Hey guys, I thought I'd try something new. I've always been one of those people that is willing to try 100 different things and see what sticks. But I think the one thing that has worked for me throughout the years was writing. And I think with writing, there's so much that I can convey, not just through words, but through patterns. I don't know, I'm just weird like that, like I have a very specific way of writing and I enjoy that. But I think the one thing I've missed throughout the years was this aspect of it, being able to physically talk to you guys. And so I thought, why don't I put these two together? So I thought I'd try something out for SerendipityMind. I'm going to first read the blog and then break out into more of a deeper discussion of why I wrote it or what was on my mind during the time of writing it. And this way, I can kind of converse with you guys, my train of thought, and hopefully get you guys to understand what's going on. And maybe in doing this, you guys find something out about yourselves as well. So for the first entry, I wanted to start with the most recent blog post that I have that I posted just a couple days ago. This one is called Humans Are Flawed. How are you all doing? It's been a while since I've sat down and worked on this blog. Not because of a god, but rather, it's been a tough thing to look at. This blog is a diary. Some of the deepest parts of my life lie deep within these pages. It's a reflection of a man in his 30s making peace with his earlier life and mistakes. I've gone back to read some of my earlier posts, and what I've come to understand is I was much more broken than I thought. I understand myself, and with that understanding also comes a realization that maybe what I understand is what I've allowed for my consciousness to see. These writings and posts all come from a deeper subconsciousness, a place where my conscience is too scared to wander. It's understandable. The value I have over others has always undermined the value I have for myself. I've done that for so long that now that I'm in my 30s, it's actually become an issue that I've had to work on. Therapy and writing have become a way for me to dive deep into my subconscious and confront some of these thoughts. I hate people because it's easier than loving and being disappointed. Those who are close to me understand this about me. For those in my life that I give my heart to, know that I left no part with myself. They hold the entirety of my heart, and what is left is a man who is lost as time goes by. I wrote this today to show all of you that no one is perfect. No one is going to be 100% every day. We all have our days. For the most part, I've always been great at putting on a mask and pretending. But today, I wanted to show you that we are all human, flawed and far from perfection. We will never know about life until it's already much too late. Keep fighting and learning, keep growing, and learn to love yourself. When I first wrote this post, I think it was with the intention of not really knowing where it was going to go. And that's usually how I start this is usually I have intent. I usually have a topic. I have something to start with, but with this one it was completely different where it had been a couple weeks and I felt like I really needed to write something. I felt like not for my readers and not for you, but for me, I needed to write something. I needed to say something to myself. And so I kind of just started typing, and what ended up coming out was this. And I think it was the voice inside of me telling me that I needed to learn to love myself. And this is something that even right now I'm working on in therapy. For many years, my life has been dedicated to others around me. And now that I'm in my 30s, life is a lot more peaceful. This is the most peace that I've had in my life in a long time. Maybe it comes with just going through so much earlier in my life that now I know how to deal with the craziness that exists. Because it does exist. I think I've just gotten better at dealing with it. It is exactly the way I wrote it. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and those around me understand that. Those around me understand that in my life, I do not matter. That I have prioritized everyone else to try and give them the best that I can. And in doing so, for so many years, now that my life is solely mine, I'm lost. I don't really have a purpose or a drive anymore. The only purpose and drive I really have right now is the fact that I know I need to do something. Because throughout all of my life leading up to this point, I have done something. And it's just one of those things where it's on my mind 24/7. I try to drown out my thoughts a lot, and it works here and there, but I think everyone knows eventually these thoughts, they do speak louder. I wanted to do something like this to show all of you that not everyone that you see or you look at or you perceive as perfect is perfect. I do a lot of talks outside of this blog, and I talk to kids, and I talk at events, and the way people perceive I don't truly think they understand that everyone is just a human being. And I think when you grasp onto that concept that everyone is human, you'll start to realize that everyone is flawed. No one person is perfect. Everyone will have their demons. Everyone will have their days. Just some people are really good at wearing a mask. And sometimes they can't distinguish between the days where they wear that mask and they take it off. For those that need this sensation of loving someone to feel fulfilled, I think my only thing I'd want to say is learn to love yourself. Because one day those things won't exist the way you think they do. It's not to say that they're not there. It's to say that everyone grows up. And the way they need to be loved is completely different than the way they were loved. And if you don't learn to love yourself, eventually what will happen is you'll become very lost. Because your entirety of your life was set on that foundation of loving someone else. So learn to love yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this little spiel this is something new, something I wanted to try, something to help kind of like boost the blog as well. Because I do love this blog. I love this blog so much. Of all the things I've done in my life, this blog is one of those that I pride myself. I was one of those kids that throughout all of high school and college, I never thought I'd get into writing. But here I am, enjoying every second of it, trying to learn as much as I can. So, for the time being, I think this is what I'm going to do and what I want to stick with. So I hope you guys enjoy these. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to post this. I know for sure it'll be on YouTube, but I think I might post this along with the blog and on, podcast platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts, whatever. So wherever you guys are hearing this, please share it, subscribe, let other people know. For those that are just hearing this, please go check out the blog, www.SerendipityMind.ca. Check it out. Honestly, I think not because I wrote it, but I think it's something that your normal, average, day-to-day human being needs to hear. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, guys.